We hear a lot about Taiwan being backed by the US in a possible confrontation with China, but what exactly does that mean? Well, it all stems from the Taiwan Relations Act, which is a US law enacted in 1979 after the US established diplomatic relations with the People's Republic of China and severed formal ties with Taiwan, which was officially known as the Republic of China. This legislation was designed to maintain commercial, cultural, and other relations between the United States and Taiwan without recognizing Taiwan as a sovereign state. Here are some of the key components and the implications of the Taiwan Relations Act. It is a legal basis for unofficial relations between the United States and Taiwan. It allows for basically the unimpeded flow of commercial goods, of ideas, of cultural sharing, and other relationships through the American Institute in Taiwan, which is a nonprofit organization established to maintain these relationships. One of the most important aspects, though, is the security assurances. It commits the United States to assist Taiwan in maintaining its self-defense capabilities, but it is not a mutual defense treaty. The act states that the U.S. will provide Taiwan with arms of defensive character and maintain the capacity to resist any form of coercion that would jeopardize the security or the social or economic system of the people of Taiwan. Now, the TRA declares that the United States' decision to maintain diplomatic relations with China rests upon the expectation that the future of Taiwan will be determined by peaceful means. It also emphasizes that any effort to determine Taiwan's future by any other means that are not peaceful is considered a threat to the peace and security of the Western Pacific area and is of grave concern to the United States. Now, while the TRA provides for a robust relationship with Taiwan, it explicitly does not recognize Taiwan as a separate sovereign country. This is in line with the One China policy, which acknowledges that there is but one China and that Taiwan is a part of China, which is a stance that the Chinese Communist Party and China writ large insists upon. But the act does encourage the continuation and expansion of commercial, cultural, security, and other relationship cooperations between the United States and the people of Taiwan. This includes economic interactions and educational exchanges and other forms of cooperation. Now, the Taiwan Relations Act forces more congressional oversight. It's different than many other relationship documents we have with other countries in that the president isn't the sole decider at this point. The president must inform Congress immediately if there's any threats to Taiwan, and that includes to their security, to their economic system, or even to their social or cultural order. And this is especially true if there is any danger to the interest of the United States that arise from such threats, which is key because, as you know, Taiwan is a major producer of semiconductors, and that is basically the backbone of our economy, of our entire system. So anything that happens to Taiwan becomes of immediate interest to the United States. But this ensures that the legislative branch remains involved and informed about U.S.-Taiwan relations, and presidents can't just go rogue in making decisions pertaining to what Taiwan should do or our relationship with China. So what if China tries to take Taiwan by force? Well, as I said before, officially the position of the United States is we will consider any effort to determine the future of Taiwan by other than peaceful means, including by embargoes or even boycotts or blockades, a threat to the peace and security of the Western Pacific area and of serious concern to the United States. Presidents have historically refrained from explicitly committing to military intervention, though they have suggested the U.S. might act. This ambiguity does two things. It aims to maintain stability by keeping China uncertain about the U.S. response, while encouraging Taiwan to act prudently in their relationship with China. In 1982, President Reagan provided the quote-unquote 6 assurances to Taiwan, which included commitments such as not setting a date for ending arms sales to Taiwan, not altering the agreement that was made in 1979, and not exerting pressure on Taiwan to negotiate with China. President Biden has made several statements implying a stronger commitment, though. For instance, in 2021 and 2022, Biden indicated that the U.S. would defend Taiwan if it were attacked by China, which was a big shift towards a clearer stance away from the ambiguity, but more towards the defense of Taiwan, as it's more of a response to China's belligerence in the South China Sea. But this is not yet official policy, and none of the things in the Taiwan Relations Act or anything within the White House officially changed. Now, the Taiwan Relations Act has been one of the cornerstones of U.S. policy in the Asia-Pacific region, the other being the security cooperation with Japan, as well as the Quad. It provides a framework for a unique relationship with Taiwan that kind of walks a tightrope here. Despite its unofficial nature and the fact that there is no mutual defense treaty, the act has played a crucial role in maintaining peace and stability in the Taiwan Strait. Additionally, one must remember Ukraine did not have any mutual defense treaties with the U.S., and the U.S. is providing significant support to Ukraine in their fight against Russia. But due to its market share in the semiconductor world and how important those are, Taiwan is actually more strategically significant to the U.S. than Ukraine. So any attempt by China to invade Taiwan would probably be met with a stronger response than the U.S. is conducting against Russia right now because of their invasion with Ukraine. So it is expected that any type of invasion would probably be met with severe sanctions against China, bolstering of Taiwan's defensive capabilities, and even potentially a U.S. military intervention into the conflict.